And hello, everyone. Welcome to the castle. Welcome, welcome, hello. I am so glad that you're here today. Welcome, hello to everyone in the chat. It has been a week, hasn't it? Oh my goodness, it has been a week. And my goodness, we just have to catch our breath, don't we? Now, I hope you like that little opening the castle doors there. I'm working on a brand new opening, and that's about as far as I've gotten. So it's just been busy. It's just been busy. So, anyway, my darlings, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. Hello, hello, and welcome to each and every one of you. I, oh, do you love it? Okay, well, there's a lot more to come. I've gotten that far. That should tell you because we've been so busy. But I thought I'd just give you a little teaser. Just give you a little teaser. So today is Saturday, February 22nd of 2025. It is 7:06 p.m. Eastern Time, America's New York time. And hello, my darlings. That works for me, right? Hello. I don't really even know where to start first. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we have, let me see, Wilma is from the UK. Hello there, my darling. Just past midnight here in London. Well, welcome to our dear friends across the pond. Thank you so much for being here. I sure do appreciate it. And let me see, Liz. Where is Liz? There we are. Liz is on an airplane headed home from vacation. You are behind on a few things. You're going to have to catch up, my darling. You certainly are. Oh my gosh. So, where do we begin to tell the story? Oh my gosh. So here we go. Roxy. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, my darling, for your support. Here we go. This is for Roxy. Thank you, my darling. And to all of you new members that are out there that have been gifted this by Roxy, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, my darling, for your generosity. I am so grateful to each and every one of you. So let's welcome our new members. Anna, thank you so much, Anna Brown. I'm so glad you're here. Deanne H, welcome, welcome. I had a dream, welcome. And I had a dream that you're all here. And I'm so glad that came through. All right, Dreamer, thank you so much for being here, my darlings. And Miss Chris, why can't I talk? Christine McCarthy, welcome, my darling. Here we are. AJ, can you take the red eye? I don't know, but now you've been gifted a membership and welcome, welcome. Outraged from the UK, free Karen Reid. Isn't that the truth? My goodness. Thank you, thank you. Julie James, welcome, welcome. Maggie B, thank you so much. Diane Moore, thank you. Thank you. And hello, hello to each and every one of you. Welcome to the newcomers. That works for me. And thank you, thank you. And congratulations for getting gifted those memberships. I've got some exciting news that I want to tell you. But first, I have to take it. You know, I'm all right all day long. And the moment that I'm about to come on, my little frog is back in my throat again. One moment. There we go. All right. So, hello, my darlings. I have a little something I want to show you. So, let me see what we can do here. Just a little housekeeping, because so many of you have asked about it. And here we are. And let me get to the correct. There we are. If you come on over and let me give you an address, if you come on over to www.trueoracle, if you see on the top here, there, we now have Kipper decks available and also we have the tarot journals, pardon me, and a Cartomancy guide and a True Oracle tarot guide. You can be spirit time going on tonight. And here we are, my darlings, and it's a-okay. Everything is fine. So here we are. No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So do not worry. All is well. So you're going to see me here very soon. All is good. There we are. Hey, there we are. Okay, now I've got an echo. There we are. So don't worry. I just had to refresh my browser a little bit. So thank you very much. And if you want to step on over there, supplies are limited. So if you want to grab a Kipper deck, you can do that. And thank you so much for that. And you can also get a reading with me over there as well. So back to everything else. Now, I know that thank you, my darlings. Don't worry. You don't have to send bail money. I'm good. I'm good. No bail money needed. Not right now. I'm going to tell you why I'm kind of sitting. You know what, my darling? I was in the shadow of Miss Melanie. That's right. That's right. Only I don't use StreamYard any longer because StreamYard is very expensive now. And I am using Restream. If any of you like that, believe me, it is value for the money. I can add music and not get dinged by YouTube. I really like it. So I like it. So yes, dear Melanie, we're here. You don't have to send bail money. We're good. We're good. So yeah, well, I'm so glad you got my back. I know who to call, right? I know who to call. So my darlings, okay. So I've got to tell you, I've got to show you this, Marisma. You came to Massachusetts, bring extra cash for bail. Isn't that the truth? Listen, I think that I would be a little afraid to come to Mass. I think it's a beautiful state. I've been there. But right now, and believe me, I don't think I could keep my pie hole closed and I would get in trouble. And I can tell you the dream team probably wouldn't want to represent me. They need to stick with Karen. That's what they need to do. So a little housekeeping now. I want to tell you what. I'm sitting with the lights a little dimmer tonight for a couple of reasons. Because the energy. I don't want, like when we're doing our EVP work, they will head to the energy and they'll sometimes connect to the lights. And I don't want that. We don't want that. So I'm keeping it dim because we're going to do the EVPs in a little while. I'm going to keep it dim. But I got to tell you something that happened. I was setting up tonight. And then I'm going to tell you something that I saw from John. And it was on the 17th. Yikes. It was a little disturbing. So disclaimer. If disturbing things like ghosty stuff I'll give you the high sign to mute, and you can mute while I'm telling you, and then come back. Before we even get started in this, it's a good time for me to say that I am not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a Indian chief. I'm not, we used to count the buttons. Doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, rich man, poor man, bigger man, thief. None of those. I am a tarot psychic profiler, and I'm a medium. So that's why I'm here. This is entertainment purposes only. We just have fun. If you know, you know. That's what it is. We're just our opinion. We're just having fun and getting together and talk. That's all it is. So I'm sitting here tonight working on my setup. And you can see I've got a shadow over here. Right? You can see it. That's me. That's me. It's caused my ring light is right up here. So it's casting this way. Now I'm working on my setup here on the table to get ready for our EVP sessions and all this other. And I look up and there's a shadow on this side. Now I'm looking around, right? I'm looking there. I'm looking here. There's nothing. There's nothing. But I had a shadow over here. And then when I looked up, I'm like, oh, well, who are you? And just then, a big fat orb went right in front of the camera. I wish I would have been live because you would have all seen it. A nice big fat orb just went right there in front. Now, if you listened to my video today, you heard Bilbo. He's my medium kitty. He's my kitty that picks up on this, and he will sit in the hall and he will cry. He will cry. And it's not a bad cry. I think he just wants to play, because he'll sit there and he'll reach up. And he is a lefty, by the way. He is a lefty because he'll put up his left hand or his paw. He puts up his left hand and it's like, come play with me. So you hear them. So I thought that was very interesting, and I want to keep it cutting. So in case we start doing things, so in case you can see. So there we go. And Ken and Mrs. Ken, thank you so much for being here. I am the best medium. Thank you very much for saying that. The joke has always been, I am a medium at large. So there we are. So there we go, my darling. So that was a little on the weird side. I just had to tell you that some things surprised me. Okay, so here we go. Timeout disclaimer. Let me see. We have was the atmosphere from the orb warm or cold? A little on the cool side. A little on the cool side. And it's been especially cool in here. And I mean, the weather right now, it's about 46 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not that cold, so to speak. It's definitely not warm, but it was especially cold. Oh my goodness. Aunt BB, she is a darling. I want you to know this. Aunt BB2 is a darling. Thank you so much, my darling. And here we go. Thank you for your support. Some poop out? I don't think it will. I won't click the wrong button. And this is for all of you new members. Thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so happy that you are here. And you know what? Our community is just growing so strong. So thank you. And we are thanking the new ones. Tris Ha, thank you so much for being here. And welcome, Kirby. Thank you, my darling. You are now a member. Mary Flynn, there you go, my darling. Welcome. Summer, I love it. Thank you. Jen, my darling, thank you so much. Hockey Mama, 11. Well, we don't have to ask you what kind of mama, right? Hockey, I love it. Thank you and welcome. Linda Mitchell, You are the one, my darling. There you go. Heather L., welcome, welcome. Belinda Morris, welcome. And Mary B., welcome. Now, for all of you new members, thank you so much for your generosity. I'll tell you what, you guys never see. I have the best chat. I know Melanie Little tells I think we share. I'm just going to say that. A lot of us share. So I'm just going to say Melanie says she has the best chat. I have the best chat. There's other ones that say they have the best chat. And I know, listen, I could tell you, I love Melanie Little. I'm going to just say that. She's an attorney that I love. There are some attorneys that I don't like, but that's okay because I'm sure there's some psychics that they don't like. So I was in her chat today. What a beautiful spirit. She just has such a beautiful aura around her and so genuine. I love her legal overview. So if you ever want to know, and yes, I listen to others. Definitely. Class. She's just got class. I do listen to others because I like to know, because there are differences of opinion. So, and Jerry says, and I agree, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. It is definitely free. You do not have to be a subscriber to hit the button. There you go. There you go, my darlings. So, Nanny Shazzer, listen, my darling, I wish that YouTube would allow us to gift memberships. Her legal analysis and commentary is the best. Yes, classy, classy, classy. Oh my gosh, Jewel Albright, here we are, my darlings. Look at this. 5 new members. Here we go. This is for Jewel. Thank you so much for being such a support, my darling. You guys are definitely the best. And here you are, the new members. Welcome. There we are, my darlings. So now let's welcome Sue. I know you, darling Sue. Welcome, my darling. Thank you for being here. Anna, welcome. Teresa, welcome. Nicole D, thank you. And Regina, best mom ever. I bet you are. Thank you so much for being here and grabbing this opportunity to be a member. Now, I want you to know something. If after the stream you want to catch up on your member videos, you can go into my community tab. There's a section for members only. And you will see the member only. You can also get it on the playlist for members only. So you can catch up. I post some things in there. I'm going to post some things in there tomorrow. And that way you can just kind of catch up what I'm posting on the side. And, it's little tidbits as a thank you for all of you who are members. So thank you so much. And you're not late at all, Marie. We're just getting started. So there you go, my dear. There you go. Thank you again. Now, we've had a week, and I'm going to tell you this, and the reason I brought up Melanie Little is this. We've got a lot that we are talking about. And word on the street, as if the CW needs to put their answer in on this Fed Supreme Court filing by February 26th. So that's on Karen's birthday. So the day after we go to court, because we're all there with her, we go to court for Karen for this craziness of anti-Bev. He's got to put in his answer. And what kind of answer is it? He has to explain to the higher court, the Fed court, why they want to continue to charge Karen, is my understanding. So that's crazy. But we're here for it. So there we go. Oh my goodness, Marie just left an awesome fundraiser for Karen. That is wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Thank you for supporting her. Now, that's another thing. Her birthday is the 26th. And because there's so much going on, I wanted to have a little birthday party for her. And I was going to have it tonight. And I thought, you know what? We're going to have a belated birthday for her next Saturday. And then, we're going to read some cards. We're going to, we'll sing. All of us will sing. I know I'll be leading the pack. But I think I just want to respect her because I know that she is right now very focused and very distracted. So I just want to do it after because I want to pay her homage, because if anybody needs to have a good birthday, it's her. So there we go, my darlings. And she is the same age as my daughter. So there we go. She could be my daughter. All right. There's another little something that I want to tell you too. If you went after the stream, pardon me. Oh my gosh. Pardon me. After the stream, if you go into whatever footage, you can go to Richie Microdot footage. If you check on that, I'm sorry, I can get so silly sometimes. If you check on where Hank was given his bowl to Shaky Bev, do you know that he also shook? He was also shaking when he was standing there. And my goodness, bless you, my darlings. Look at this. AKA the cat lady, woman after my own heart. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. There it is for your support. Thank you so much. There is for all the new members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's welcome our new members, my darlings. We have Marjorie, Yorkie Mom, aw. Listen, aw. BFDS Sully, I hope I said that right. Americana Nana. Oh, I love that. And a Rottweiler, Ziggy. Oh, well, thank you, everyone, and welcome, 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 welcome. Aunt BB, you are the one. Thank you much and so much for your generosity for the super chat. Zelda, can you do a reading on Cray Cray Bev and what all that shaking was? Yes. I was going to do that later on today. That will be coming out tomorrow. So yes, thank you very much for asking. Things just got a little hectic and time went on for me today because, well, aside from doing all my psychic little chores and everything else, I put some beef stroganoff in the crock pot tonight, homemade, and it took me a little time and time just got away from me. So that is a video that is going to be coming out for all of you because I wanted to know why Hanky Panky was shaking too. Don't you think that's sus? This guy, what is wrong with him? So, my darlings, yes, that is coming out. Shaking, Hank shaking. Now, I will tell you this. Diane, thank you so much. Thank you so much. See, I watch this chat and I get distracted because I love all you guys and I love to see what you're saying and talking and carrying on and going all that stuff. And then I get like discombobulated. So there we go. Please hit the like button. And thank you so much for reminding everyone. If you'd like to chat with us, please subscribe. You have to wait 10 minutes. You can come in and chat. So there you go. All right. So there, let me catch up with all of you because there was a question here. Let me see. Oh my gosh, Rosebud, don't forget. Oh my goodness. You know what? I really don't want to waste our time and talk about this loser tonight because that is just kind of how I feel about him. You know, it's funny only to a certain extent, and then it becomes sickening. Really. Those poor children. Craziness. Now, there's one more thing that I wanted to point out to you guys, my darling. Christine, Isabel, you darling, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm going to make a brand new Kipper deck video that will show how I read the Kipper deck. You'll need that, and you're going to love it. So there you go. All right. Now, I want to show you something. There was a paranormal group in Tennessee that gifted me these earrings, and I just think they are a stitch. And when Richie Microdots and I go haunting, and we're going to do that, and we're going to wait until a lot of this is over because Richie is busy, I'm busy, I want to get moved, there's a lot of things. And then we're going to be going on a ghost hunt. And we're going to be filming it. So it will be Richie and Zelda together. Oh my gosh. What? How lucky am I? How blessed am I to have Microdot Richie want to go ghost hunting with me? I'm so blessed. But anyway, I wanted to show you these earrings because they are adorable. And it's this group in Tennessee. And these, let me see if I can, let me see. See, they are pink. And I am just eating these up. They are just so adorable. I love them. Now, when I go on ghost hunts, I don't wear jewelry. I wear my ring. This is like the hello ring, right? I'll wear my ring, but I don't wear any other jewelry. I don't wear perfume. I don't wear any of that. So now, obviously, I'm going to, do your daily hygiene things, but you don't do any of that. I don't. But when we go with Richie, I'll wear these in the beginning because I just think they're so adorable. And then we're going to go forward. So this is, oh my God, I just love this. I love it. And we may do more because, Richie is just, listen, his skills. I love it. I love it. Okay. Okay, so we had some questions here, and I don't want to get distracted because I wanted to show you my earrings. Hello, you came here for that. All right, so here we are, my darlings. Da, da, da. Oh, Andrea, you guessed it, my darling. It will be, what a joy. What a joy. Okay, I think Amy asked a question about Hank, and I don't remember what it was, but I think it was, okay. I think it was, why was Hank shaking? Here is my thought when this first came through, and I did read on it for myself, and I didn't record it. Okay, so here it is. This is my perception. And what I may do, let's do this, my darlings. I'm going to pull a card. This is going to set the tone for why Hank was shaking after Bev. Ready? You're going to see it before me. Ah, oh, oh. This is the moon card. And do you know what card that is for? It's the zodiac sign for Pisces. Who is a Pisces? Our own Karen Reed. So he was shaking because I'm going to tell you, first of all, he knows he's hit. He knows. But I'm also going to tell you this. They were signaled. They were signaled. There was a signal, in my opinion. Now, if you're asking me if that's fact, if you're asking me any of this sort of thing, I don't know. But I will tell you this. There was a signal, because if you watch this very closely, and here's what I want you to do after this stream. I was going to do it tonight, but it's too long. After this stream, I want you to go through and I want you to play it in slow-mo without the sound. Watch the body language. Watch Hank. Watch Auntie Bev. Watch everyone. And see, when you do an investigation, the way that I was taught and the way that I know and see, I come from a different point of view. I'm coming from a point of view in which, from a psychic medium, I don't want to hear their voice. Can I just tell you this? I don't like bashing people, but this is just a small bash. Hashtag Hank and that old colony accent. So, all right. That's because voices distract. Voice influx distracts. The way that voices carry, the expressions, they will distract you. So look at it, go through, no sound, and slow-mo. And I'm going to tell you to just watch, because you'll see a different demeanor all of a sudden take over Hank. This was prearranged, in my opinion. This was rehearsed, in my opinion. And you notice when he said that, it was immediately Bev takes off, and it was a 30-minute break. That's not a bathroom break. That's a telephone break. Hello, this is Auntie Bev. Oh, hello. So is this the feds? Is there a federal indictment that is coming down? Oh, okay. Oh, well, maybe I need to straighten up and fly right? That's just a little joke. But I'm going to say this. There was something that happened. Now, when this happened and I read for it, the immediate thought of her was to get everybody out of her way. Number one was AJ. Now, that has changed. I do not believe that she is going to rescind his pro hoc vice, because every time I hear that, listen, here we go. There is an opera, an aria. There's an aria that sounds so close to pro hoc vice. Every time I say that, I think that I'll sing it one of these days. It's kind of funny. I'll sing it one of these days for you. I do not believe she's going to rescind the pro hoc vice. And I also want you to know that I got blocked by one of these media gurus who is on X. And I basically said, look, you can do whatever you want to, but report the facts. Fiction sells. I get it. And we have a new member. In the Clouds 4 has just become a new member. Welcome and thank you. Thank you for enjoying it here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my darlings. Thank you. Thank you in the cloud. Thank you, my darling. I appreciate you. And you can enjoy all the little things that I've got, the little emojis. Welcome. You're welcome to them. You all can just put them in there. You can put them in the chats. That's what they're there for. Use them and enjoy them. Okay, so I want you all to just kind of relax a little bit, because now I do know that some of these lawyers are basically saying that this new Supreme Court motion, I'm going to say it, hearing, they filed that the day before. That's not going to make Bev shake like she's got St. Vitus dance. No. Oh my goodness. Everyone, say hello to Elizabeth. She was my first member. Thank you so much, my darling. She is like the backbone of this channel. Thank you so much, my darling. And welcome to all of you new members. Let's say hello to each and every one. I know I have to go through this, right? I do, because I want everybody to be welcome here. Pippi Longstocking. Oh my God, I love Pippi Longstocking. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Welcome, Pippi. Bonnie, you, my darling. Thank you so much, Bonnie Core. Welcome. Or not Core, Coy. I apologize. Jennifer, thank you, my darling, and welcome. Courtney, welcome, my darling. Welcome. And Colleen B, welcome to the fold. Welcome to the Tarot Crime Lab, because here, well, this is where we all figure it out. And you know what? I love this. Thank you so much, because I love to see it almost all green too. That is a beautiful feeling. And when my birthday comes, I'm going to have a birthday party for me. And I want you all to be invited, because we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to read cards. I'm going to tell some stories about little Zelda and big Zelda and everything in between. And then I will tell you about a lot of things, what's going on. So I love it. All the green. Thank you so much, because I'm going to tell you what. I would have never thought, when I first started this YouTube channel in 2018, I thought it was a gag. No kidding. I just thought it was a stitch. I posted, and then one video of Karen, I had something like 1,500 subscribers when I posted one video of hers. And boom, Ola. It was like overnight. So thank you. Yes, Jerry, it is 3:15 and it is on a Saturday. I already know what I'm going to have for my birthday meal. I already know. I was going to make myself a cake, but I'm not going to, because I'll eat it. So no. All right, so back to business. So do that, my Tarot Crime Lab investigators. No sound, slow-mo, and you're going to feel just in the room, there's a trigger. Somebody was signaled. because it was immediately, it was right after Hanky went, shh, shh. You know what? I just wanted to go up and grab his finger, right? Stop that, Hank. Stop it. Catherine, my darling, welcome, welcome, welcome. She is a new member. Thank you, my darling. Welcome. Welcome, and thank you so much. I appreciate you. She is here, and there we go. There we go. So there we are, my darlings. My dear Astro Stephanie says, let them eat cake. Absolutely. That's absolutely. Oh, really? Now, Kate Ryan 63's birthday, Mama's birthday, is March 15th. Now, I want you to know that is kind of a rare birthday. There's not too many. I think in my whole entire life, I've met people that birthdays on March 14th, March 16th, but not March 15th. I bet I've not met more than 5 people. And I've done, and I was trying to think about this today. There was another woman a while ago, a few years ago, that I did a podcast with, and we were trying to figure out how many readings that I've done professionally. Forget about privately, professionally. And I'm probably over 100,000 readings, because this, on my birthday, is also the first day that I did my first professional card reading, and I have been reading for 50 years, 50. I started when I was 5. No, erase. No, that's not true. Zelda fibbed. So anyway, my darlings, so yes. So I will be doing that tomorrow. Okay, so now, disclaimer. First of all, hello to Canada. Hello, our neighbors up there. Hope you're keeping warm, darling. Yes, and you know, a funny story about the Ides of March. When I was little, I knew more about the Ides of March than my own history teacher. And every year they would get me up in front of the class, and my mother would bake cookies, and that's when we were allowed to do that at school. And I would take the cookies to school, press them out, and then I would stand up in front of the class and tell all about Caesar. It has been 50 years of that, my darlings. You can imagine. So yes, lots of Pisces here. Oh my gosh. Amy, my mom and my mother-in-law are both March 15th. Well, how do I love that? How blessed am I? I just love this. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you. Okay, so disclaimer, because I want to tell you what John showed me. So if this type of thing bothers you a little bit, the paranormal, ghosty stuff, I'll give you a few seconds to mute. Okay? And then when we're done, I will do this. I'll give you the high sign. Okay? So if paranormal stuff, and this may disturb some people because it kind of caught me off guard. It's hard to disturb me, but I'm going to tell you at this point, I trust the paranormal ghost world more than I trust those people in Canton, Dedham, Stoughton. So I love the month of March too. Something about it. Legal swag, you are absolutely right. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. So this was the night before Karen's February 18th hearing. I know, Auntie BB, I know. It bothered me. Okay, so you may want to just mute, and I'll give you the high sign. So I'm meditating, and in my mind's eye, because he shows up in my mind's eye, and it's kind of like a movie, and it's very hard to explain, because a it's like I project and he sees it and he projects, and all this other. He was standing in the doorway. He had his uniform and his hat on. And I looked at him and I said, "John, is that you?" Because that's the first time I had seen him like that. And I said, "John, is that you?" And he looked at me, and his eyes were kind of large. They were kind of larger. He'd opened them wider. And that's another thing, his eyes. Because they were swollen shut during his time. And his eyes are larger when he looks at you now. They're open, but they're larger. And all of a sudden, I have to back up to do this. He opened his mouth, and his jaw dropped very long. So you can see very long like this. And he just stood there with this great big long jaw, as though his jaw was hitting the floor. And I knew at that moment that that was something that he was very disturbed. His energy has been a little disturbed, not disturbing, disturbed. This week, I believe, has been very hard on him. Now, ever since that interview that Karen and AJ did, listen, I've got to tell you, I have never met them, but I talk as though I can just pick up the phone and call them and say, "Hey, would you like to have lunch?" That's not the case at all. I feel like I do. I feel like I have. So, you know what, my darling? I've not seen Beetlejuice. So I don't know if it's like Beetlejuice or not. I don't know. So, ever since that interview, I'm going to tell you what, I think it stirred the pot. And you know what happens when you stir the pot? Something starts stinking. Now, I am going to tell all of you, and no, I'm not going to talk about politics, so let's all relax. But I am going to tell you that I do know someone who is close to some people in Washington, D.C. that were just confirmed. And this case has been brought to light in front of those two people. Has nothing to do with politics, has everything to do with fighting corruption, in my opinion. So, I don't know when that happened. So I think that Hank was upset because of the interview, because look, he couldn't wait. The moment that they announced it, and then if you looked at that and saw it for the first time, you would have thought, oh, there must be some corruption there, in my opinion. Because they said everything without saying everything. Do you know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. Because really, they didn't talk about any names at all. They didn't mention anything, but there was a little something there. And that was when Ted Daniels said, "Who did this?" Karen looked immediately to AJ, and AJ said, "We don't know." And she said, "We don't know." She looked at him first. She wanted his signal. Pardon me. So, with that being said, do we really think that Auntie Bev hasn't watched this? Do we really think that hashtag Harmonica Hank, in my opinion, hasn't watched this? Of course they have. Of course they have. Thank you, Karen. I don't think you really have to do that much because, quite frankly, I think that they are very aware. I think that they're very aware. I wrote a letter to the female. Dear Madam U.S. Attorney, I would like to inform you of a very disturbing situation that is taking place in this town in the beautiful state of Massachusetts. Blah, 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 blah. And it was very formal because I like to write formal letters. That's just me. So there's been a lot. Now, there is a protocol because Leah Foley is she took over for Joshua Levy. She's the new U.S. attorney. We don't know what she's going to do, but it's my thought process. It's my thought process that they're raising an eyebrow. And if those two people in D.C. call Miss Foley, it's my thought process that they're still looking into this. So there we are, my dear. That's correct, Madam Pamela Bondi, U.S. Attorney. So, you know what? We all have to do our part. This and a Reese cup and $1.25 will probably get you to walk into the Dollar Tree, the Poundland, wherever you are from. But this is going on. But I think something's about to go down. I think something is about to go down, my darlings. So, yeah. Now, yes, that's right. Okay, so let's change the subject now because I don't want anybody getting mad. I lost 32 people over the inauguration thing. I don't want anybody to get mad, and because it's not about that. But I want to thank you all for taking a part, because I don't care what affiliation they are. Get busy. If you're looking and listening to this in Washington, D.C. and all parts thereof, get busy, please. We pay our taxes and we want this taken care of. There's some funky Cole Medina going on there. So, and it ain't right. And it needs to be taken care of. And there we go. Standing Stones made it home. We're so glad that you did, my darling. We're so glad that we did, that you did. Okay. Who's ready for EVP time? Give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're ready for EVP time. So while you're doing that, I want to finish telling you about John. Oh my goodness. I've got so many people, brothers and sisters, who have birthdays March 15th. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Okay, here we are. No more ducking around. We're getting down to it. No more ducking around. Here we are. Okay, my darlings. We're going to be doing the EVPs. Here we are. Now, you know, every time I've done a reading for a long time, and by the way, I do not believe we are going to have a court date April 1st. That's for fools. I do not believe that we're going to have that. So let me get started. Let me get set up and we will get started. Oh, there's a cat. What do you know? I've never seen one of them before. There's a kitty. Okay. Enough is enough. Get Zelda off her soapbox and let's get going. Here we go. We need some EVPs. But as far as darling John, he's okay. He knows. I got to tell you this, Cynthia, this duck, I could not find the correct duck. This is this is Ducking Zelda. I could not find a good duck that I liked. So I went to Grok on X, you know, their AI generator, and basically said, I want a psychic looking duck, gypsy psychic looking duck. And that's what I got. And I thought, she is so adorable. So John, my darling, I'm finishing, I promise. So John, John's okay. He stayed with me for a while. There was no messages. There was no imprint, because usually usually I get some type of a message, an imprint, because I'm able to do psychic projections and so forth. And I didn't get that. He just was standing there. And for me, it felt like a good 30 minutes. It wasn't. But I think this, I mean, obviously, this feels like an eternity, because it is for John. Think about this. He's in another level. He's in another realm. This is eternity. His energy will not rest until this case is complete and done. And how sad is that? How sad is it that people who you think are your friends take your life? And I'm also going to say this. There was an intention for Karen that night too, in my opinion now. There was an intention for Karen. Thank God she is a February Pisces and lets her gut instinct just hone in. Believe me. Amy has a good question. Hello, my darling Amy. Amy has a wonderful question, and that is, what was John's vibe like? Sometimes it's electric. Like when we do these EVPs and all this other stuff, it's electric. That night, the only way that I can say it is if you have a dimmer switch on your light, on your outlet, and you turn it down, that's how it felt. His light was dim. It was not a cry for help, but it was like he wanted to make me aware that something was afoot, because this was the night before the hearing. Now, sometimes in that realm, they can't see the future, okay, because time doesn't exist. but there's different levels of things. All right, so we're going to get started. Let me get set up here, my darlings. Here we are. I don't know how I set it up the other night for you all. Oh, I think I did this. Oh, my hand of fate. I need the hand. I need the hand of fate. Here we are. Give me a second, and thank you so much for your indulgence, my darlings. Catherine, her dad, March 15th. How blessed am I? How blessed am I? That works for me. All right, here we are. Okay, yes, this looks good. I think you can all see it. EVP time. There we are. All right, my darlings. There, that looks good. Now, this is on an old phone. It's not hooked up. It's not anything. Oh, we got glare from the ring light there. Hello, you're not welcome in this ring light. Oh, how perfect can we get? I'm going to get my cards out. All right, my darlings, here we go. Spirits, guides, angels. We're asking for the energy of Officer John O'Keefe to grace us this evening. Tell us things that he wants us to know. We ask that you send in only positive energy. Nothing negative is welcome. We've already done cleansings, and this is it. So I'm going to ask you, all my darlings, in the chat to be cautious of the words that you put in there. You know, put a little asterisk in there if you're going to spell something out. Okay. And you know what, Amy, you have a very good point. First of all, Susie, we can, and that's a good question. We will discuss the realms and different levels of awareness in one time. We will do that. I think that's very important. Thank you for bringing that up. I think that's great. Amy, John kept saying, look closer. Was he saying Hank and Beth? You know, I just think that he continues to say that there's more to this than meets the eye. There's more to this than meets the eye. Okay, my darlings, here we go. Now, we're all grounded. And I have cleared the list. I've cleared the list. So we're going to take it easy on him tonight. I know we all have a lot of questions. What I'd like to do is just we'll all just kind of take a minute and breathe. And we'll let him lead however he wants to talk. And then we'll ask him some questions, okay? Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we are, my darlings. We're getting started. And yeah, you can see a reflection there, but that'll go away in a minute. Let me plug in this device. I hope everyone can see it well. There we are. That's me. Hello, John. Are you there, my darling? Are you there? That doesn't look good. We'll change over. No, I don't want that. I want him to be the star of the show. Here we are. John. There we go. Sorry, I have to get this arranged because I don't want to run out of juice. And these things run hot. I'll tell you what. Talkative on this. We are looking for John's energy only. Please come in when you are comfortable. Please announce yourself and let us know who you are. We are asking for John O'Keefe's energy, and we thank you. Look at the frequency, everyone. Look at this. That's my finger right here. Look at the frequency. Here we go. About to have our first word for the evening. Here we are, my darlings. Peace, everyone. Here we are doing this. Peace, John. I don't know what finger you're wanting to give, but okay, I can guess. Believe me, it's been that week, right? Giving everybody in CW heavily. It is, the energy has been very heavy, my darling. Yes. Yes. He just gave a pair of fingers. He just gave everybody the finger in the CW. That works for me. Thank you, John. Soon. Okay. So, John, are you telling us that soon this will... I think he's telling us to brace ourselves because soon there's going to be something coming down the pipe. That's my interpretation of this. Heavy stuff. A pair. Let's remember this. Brace ourselves. That's what I get. John, are you telling us that we need to brace ourselves? People that are here love you. And we've got Karen's back. Near, far, worldwide, we've got her back. We want you to know. Fire. Is somebody going to get fired? There you go, Ken. Yeah, murder mittens. Hold on to your butt. Let's say this. Hold on to your butt dials. Whoa. Samantha, I like that. All the finger pointing. Yeah. Okay, let's be careful what we say in the chat. Okay, my darlings? Because there. So, okay, I gotcha. I'm thinking that he's telling us to brace ourselves, that something is soon going to be coming down the pipe. That's how I'm interpreting it. Remember, he's watching 24/7. His energy is just not in Massachusetts. It can be worldwide. My darling, finger can mean inform or someone to the police. Yes, yes. My dear darling Pippi Longstocking, several people need to be fired. And worse, jailed. Jailed, in my opinion. It's very kind of you. And we see very kind, crafty Chris, Officer John McKee, thank you for your service and your sacrifice. That is, you made a huge sacrifice. Who is going down first? Jewel wants to know. Don't know if he can really tell us, because that is a free will thing. But I think in general, I think this is good, because I asked him if he has a message for Karen. I don't think this is bad. He's not going to. He would tell it in a different way. No, I don't believe that, Laura B. Inflation. I think I know what you mean. They are inflating the evidence. They are inflating their accusations. Okay, John, everyone would like to know, is this information that you're telling us, is this positive for Karen? Is it positive? I believe that they've just been lying, inflating. In fact, I think I heard a lawyer say that over the last couple of days. There's another word, my darlings. A lot of energy coming. See the change in colors. Office. John, could this possibly be Hank went to the office after your accident? Is that what you're talking about? He went back to his oh, look at that, my friends, look at that. So you're talking about Piggy went to his office? Everybody, I don't think AJ's going anywhere. Oh, wow. Disjointed. Okay, so I don't think it's the DA's office, my darlings. I think he is talking about Piggy went to his office after the unaliving, after the accident. Move. I did hear that. So did he move you? Is he one of the ones that moved you? Who moved you? Voice of 819. Now, I will tell you, this thing growls. Besides. And my son is working tonight, so you may hear, okay? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for your generosity, Barbara. Melanie Little she is, I don't even know her except for professionally on this. I hope to meet her someday. She is a class act, and thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate that so much. Thank you. She's a real treat. I love her streams. Yes, I heard. I'm sorry, Joanne. Yes, I did hear that. I mean, there's some houses that are needing to be cleaned, and they're cleaning them. Anybody else hearing voices? Now you're going to hear static, and you're going to hear growling. John, what can airport? Who's at the airport? Morrissey? Okay, thank you. What the duck, my darling. Thank you. All right, I will listen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you remember? Oh, I have chills. My darlings. Do you remember in the interview, Karen said they made wrong choices? And she talked about the captain. She said that. And now look, a tape. Does the captain have the Sally Port video? Oh my goodness, my darlings. We have new members. And I need to shout 10 memberships. Catherine, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm not going to play the little thingy, but it's here for you. And thank you so much for your support, my darling. Thank you, thank you. We have new members. Too Surreal. I love that name, thank you. D1111, welcome, welcome. J. Marie, thank you, welcome. Cat's Puppy Love, you guys are so generous. Vanessa, I do not know how to pronounce your last name, and I'm not going to try because I don't want to butcher it. But I know who you are, and I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're adorable. Kim, welcome. Michigan, Megs. The Gravely Concerning. Oh, I like these names. Morgan. Captain Morgan. Are you talking about the drink? Is that a whiskey, everybody? Captain Morgan? But who's Morgan? Jim, Jerry, Gunn, thank you. You are a member now. Thanks to the generosity. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you again to the generosity of Catherine and all of the gifted memberships. Who's Morgan, my darlings? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have chills over this Captain and Tate thing. Who is the retired detective? No, he was a detective. They have the tape, right, Amy? That's how I'm taking it. They have the tape. You heard it here. I'm thinking that, Robin. I'm thinking that this Sally Port. Okay, so Barbara, you are a darling. Come to my house, Norfolk County, no problem. I know how to stay away from Canton. You're adorable. Through. I think that's what he means, everyone. They have the tape, but who's Captain? Who's Morgan? And look at this. Little B has the right idea. Give me a thumbs up, please. Oh, look at that energy. So, my darlings, that's a basement. A cellar is a basement. It's rum. Thank you. County. Thank you, Rose. You can tell that I'm a teetotaler. Club. John, did they hit you with a club? Or are they part of a club? Can you? Yeah, it's Jameson and ginger. Yes, Piggy did drink that. Captain Rafferty. And our dear Stephanie heard her voice. Hank, I have this keeps track, my darling. This will keep track, and at the end, we'll go through the list. I'm not writing them down. Last week, I couldn't keep up with it. Cellar, bulkhead doors, Stephanie, right? Norfolk County. Club bar or club weapon. Something just touched my foot and it's not a cat. Oh, how do you like them apples? Okay. There is a generous super chat. I started choking just before John said cellar. Oh my goodness, my darling. Will you be careful, parachutes and pirouettes? There's my darling mystery singer. Justice for John O'Keefe. Absolutely. 10,000 times yes. Okay, Wilma's writing them down. Our dear friend resisting arrest. Hank's broken pencil. I love that. He is writing them. Resisting arrest is writing them down. I've got lists for weeks. Bless you, my darling. And I'll post them in the community tab too when we're done. You know, remember the golf club? He had mentioned that before. Tape hidden in the basement in the county by the captain. I mean, does it not feel like everybody, like we're playing Clue here? Where is this? Colonel Mustard with the club in the county? Country club? Oh, now, hey, that's an idea. Thank you so much. That is an idea. On BB2, I had them down before Captain. What word was before that? Was that tape? I'm not sure, sweetheart. I'm not sure, but thank you so much for doing that. Honey, I think they already have. It's my understanding. I think so. You know, I wish I could make a board game. I know Turtle Boy was giving away that board game tonight. I would love to have it. But wouldn't it be fun to make a board game kind of like Clue? Oh my heck. Oh my. Look at what Murder Mitten says, the Old Boys Club. Is that the truth? Isn't that the truth? On BB2, do you have your word yet, sweetheart? And Joanne says her lights are flickering in her kitchen. Explanation. Okay, so there's an explanation for it all. That's what he's telling us. And look at this energy. When you see it go red. Okay, thank you, Shona. Airport. Woo! Look at this red. Kate. There's some Kates there, right? Towel. My darlings, when he first talked to me, he said that they held a towel up in the back of his head. Because they knew immediately this went down and there wasn't any, they were trying to, and then all of a sudden they just decided to let him go. But that's Caitlin Albert or Katie McLaughlin. No, that's a thought. That is a thought. That's right, sweetheart. You were sacrificed. For sure. Bonnie, you're so welcome, honey. Thank you, Zelda, for explaining, because last time I was so awake, though, when I heard the growling, I heard talking and screeching, it freaked me out. Aw, you don't have to worry. It's just this application, that's all. No worries, darling. You're welcome here at any time, and you don't. We're here to comfort you, so there's no worries. Oh, look at that. Maybe she's watching. Hello. Honey, I think that towel is long gone, but he talked to me about a towel, holding it up in the back of his head. I think the towel went in the duffel bag. That's right. And if you want to know, I think that's almost where the 3 liters went. And it took more than one towel. If you're asking, that's what happened. Because that's what he told me. Towel, that's where the 3 liters went. Pride. They are very proud. And the pride will not allow them to let this go, will it? Will they? Yes, remember. Now, yeah, this is so sad. Madeline, you darling, thank you very much for your generosity. And maybe his life was a sacrifice to expose all the, you know what? Variable. I think there are variable ideas about what has happened. You know what, Madeline? I think you've got something there, because The same thing I think with Karen. They're both champions. They've both been, look, it's been rough for her, the families. Okay. Puzzle. It is a puzzle. It is a puzzle. We are playing Clue. It is a big puzzle, John. Now, somebody the other day said that my voice changes when I go, John. That's because on the Terminator movie, Sarah O'Connor calls her son's name is John O'Connor. John Connor, not O'Connor. John Connor. And she goes, John. And that always stuck with me. So it's not anything except me being weird. And that's what he said the last time, weird. That would be me. I claim that. Let me see here. Clothing. Amy, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Video. The Sally Port video. John? The Sally Port video, the tape. David Yannetti? Are you talking about David Yannetti? I have chills, like absolutely total chills. It can't count, lady. They definitely washed his clothes, and then we know the clothes, in my opinion. You know what, my darlings? If you'll do me a favor, and if you have something to say, like, if you just do me a little favor and say, in my opinion. We know how to do this. We know how to do it. David Yannetti. Oh my gosh, and look at Barbara. Thank you, my darling, for your generosity. I would love a medium reading. I'm 70. Used to go all the time. My friends, vapor. I don't know, but my friends have all passed. I need to find out how. I'm so happy you are here. I'm just not savvy. Okay, my darling, I'll tell you what. You can get a reading where first-time caller. Amy called me. If you want to know how easy it is, Amy, I talked with Amy Lynch right here in the chat. She called me. First-time callers, you get 10 minutes for a really good price, and you pay for what you use. There's no banking minutes and move. John, you said that again, moved. So they moved you? But my darling, do me a favor. I'm going to put this up here. Copy down that address, and you will see me under psychics. and you'll see when I'm available or not available. I would love to talk with you. Love, love. And I can almost bet there's somebody waiting to talk to you too. From the beyond. We'll get you fixed up. We'll get you fixed up. Finn. Are you talking about David, you nutty Finn? Samantha. Oh, you darling. I love your channel. And you, Zelda. Oh, my darling Samantha. Well, you know what? I just adore you. And thank you so much for your channel. I have the best chat. I just literally have the best chat. I adore you. Thank you so much. Amy got a reading from me. I think she got a video reading, and she talked to me on the phone. So thank you very much, Amy, for being here. You are the one. Disappointed. Oh, my darling, what are you disappointed about? Tell us. Are you disappointed with how things are going in the court? Thank you, Lynn. Oh, Lorby, I didn't know you got a tarot book. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. There's a Cartomancy one in there, too. It took me a while to write them, but they're pretty complete. Thank you so much, my darlings. Samantha, listen, every time I make a donate, I have to be careful when I donate to Melanie's channel because I'm always spelling something weird. So you're not the only one. It's fine. No worries. I know what you're saying. Okay. Aunt BB2, maybe the video is from the bar. It could be, but I think that we have a lot of video. And he's talking about the captain. I just can't help but think, and he's talking about the tape. I can't help but wonder and think, is he talking about the Sallyport video and how disappointed he is? Andrea, you are a darling. I wouldn't want the conversation to end. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm thinking about doing something, and this would have to be something that I would really have to think about. Counter. Does this mean counter offer? A counter motion? What does this mean? What does this mean? Does it mean a kitchen counter? A counter motion? So this is what I'm thinking, and I'm going to get with my dear Maud Marie from Crime Time True Oracle, who is in here. I've been thinking about this for a little while, about having, you know how Teresa Caputo and Tyler, what's his name, Florence, whatever, they have these, pardon me, I have the hair in my eye. They have these videos where, you know, you talk. Do you think you guys would be interested in having a Zoom call where it would just be like one price and whatever spirit comes in, we talk and I give messages and that sort of thing? Let me know. I mean, don't have to decide right now. I would make it so it's not that expensive, but it would be something similar, maybe. My gosh, Madeline Wags, Super Chat, thank you so much. What a love you are to use your gifts to give Officer John O'Keefe a voice to be heard. I'm so glad I found you in this loving chat. Well, you know what? I'm so glad you found us too, and we all are, because you are an adorable person. Thank you so much for your kindness and always kind words in the comments. I'm telling you, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Mary, we sure are putting the pieces of this puzzle together, and he mentioned puzzle tonight. Here we go, English. Is there, now you guys will know this better than me. Is there someone in that nucleus there that is affiliated with this case that is English, as in London, England, UK English? Or, I'm wondering what that means. Yeah, Amy, the Sally Port is the focus of the case right now, and I think that he knows it. Because, you know, when we're talking, it's like he's very willing to say, oh, you know what, look at this. I'll allow it. Stephanie from Canada. Nutrient. Okay. The library video is also missing. Now, I got to tell you, for some of you who are out of the country, because I know you're hearing a lot about metadata. You're hearing a lot about that. And that is a big topic of the conversation. I'm going to explain that very as simply as I can, because somebody asked me in a comment today and I didn't get to say what it was. The metadata is basically like a digital signature. And it doesn't matter if you try to copy of a copy of a copy. When you go into the metrics of it, and are you done now? Are you, is this over? Are you done now? Are you tired, John? We'll give it a minute. We'll give it a minute. Microdots channel. Richie. Now, Richie's not English, but that voice, is there something in one of his videos? So back to this metadata. Sometimes when I write a letter or something and I use word format, it will have an author, and sometimes there's a name that I don't even know, and I have to go in and remove that name. Everything that we do, everything that we never, you're not done yet. Okay, my darling, you're not done yet. Gotcha. A-okay. So that's what it's about. Let me see. Super Pat, I think so. I think so. BB2 has a good, was he leaning? So he was standing by the counter at the waterfall. Is that what you're talking about? Kelly, I think I'm if I can speak on his behalf, in my opinion, I believe that's what he's saying. I think we all are very disappointed. Lisa, okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. I don't know. I have to get with my Marie, the mod, in the chat, and maybe sort of kind of think about how we would do this. But we'll see. Mary says all the videos that just happened to be disappeared. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, Hank can throw out as many distractions as he wants. They're not going to let this go. They deserve to know, because who gave it to Lolly? Lolly just didn't drive up one day and have it, sitting on his chair. Maybe he did. We don't know. Auntie BB, yes, I would love a live Zoom. Okay. Well, I'll keep you posted. We'll work on some things. Right now, it's a busy time. So, let me see. So the Zoom would be kind of like, how they set up the audiences, only that way you guys wouldn't have to travel, and I could see all of you, and you could see me, and we would be talking, and I would, sometimes though, sometimes spirits come in, sometimes they don't. That's just the way it works, but we might be able to pull something like that. I've been wanting to do something like that for a long time. We just haven't done it yet. We all know they're guilty, John. We're just trying to prove it. We love you. Amen to that. What a beautiful... Oh, look at what Melanie says. New England? New England? There we go. There we go. Yes, I believe that. Yes. Kept. What was it that you kept? Oh my goodness. Willow, coming in hard with the $49.99 super chat. How generous of you. I'm really worried about Tuesday. Bev's behavior is very... No, I'm not. There's no reason to worry. Do not worry. I understand, but they've got this. They've got this. So no. Look, if she tries to do anything funky, if they try to do anything funky, everything that she does right now, including Hank not filing affidavits with all this ridiculous bull that he's filing. How can you file a motion? How can you whatever without being citing the facts and filing an affidavit? How long has he been a lawyer? I'm not a lawyer, and I know that. Thank you very much, my darling Willow. Thank you. Don't be scared. No need to be. They've got this. And I think that our buddy Mark Betterow has it too. And I got a bone to pick with Mark Betterow. If you're watching this, Mark, we love you. The bone I have to pick with Mark Betterow is that he mentioned how good that show Severance on Apple TV, and somebody somewhere in one of these attorney things or in court mentioned the word severance. Hello. Well, honey, I'm going to tell you something. Madeline, she's the one who's scared. This was fear. This wasn't anger. It was fear. This was fear. is fear. And Hank shaking, if they're going to shake like that, they need to vamoose, in my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion. I have to keep saying that, in my opinion, in my opinion. Allegedly, supposedly, in my opinion. Oh, Samantha. This last time, I just wanted to basically say, Hank, please go check that deviated septum out, please, because I can't. That's that old colony nasal stuff that he does. Old colony nasal. I'm going to tell you something. I wouldn't care if he was the last man on earth. I'm not bashing anyone. I would just take my chances in being single the rest of my life. I'm going to anyway, but I mean, hello. No thanks, Hank. Yeah, and you know, we are still waiting. Listen, I'm not going to read that mystery, but everybody can read that on the screen. She's got a wonderful point. And I've got to tell you this, my darlings. Farwell has not gone up for a court hearing yet. Could this be more intertwined than we think because they're asking for some of this information? Could they be waiting for Karen's team? Could the feds be waiting? Have we thought about that? Because Farwell was arrested last year and they keep putting it off. And he was supposed to have, and the same thing with Proctor. Why are they putting it off? They're waiting on Karen. They're waiting on Karen. I'm going to tell you, I can't wait. If she has to have a court date, I'll go on record now and say, in my opinion, column. Did you fall and hit a column? Or is it a column in a document? But if we have to have a trial, I wish I could fly up and go, and I can't. Tall. I'm tall. You are too, John. But where are those tapes kept? Where are the tapes kept, John? You told us in the cellar. My darling Bonnie coming in with $10 super chat, and thank you so much. I really need a reading for mediumship. I've lost a great majority of my life to death, and I'm hurting so bad. Oh, my dear Bonnie, I got your back, darling. I got your back. Heart. You have a huge heart. Thank you, Bonnie, for your generosity. Oh, hold on. My phone is starting to shut down. Investment. An investment of time. Let me check these devices because they tend to get hot. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, very good, my dear Mittens. I'm just going to call you Mittens. How's that? Newspaper column, Edna. Who is Edna? Turtle Boy. Very good. That's a very good point, Christy. Anybody know an Edna that is associated with this case? Lynn, thank you, my darling. I'm looking forward to celebrating it with all of you, but I ain't looking forward to my age. Chew. Everybody, he told me he bit his tongue. He told me that he bit his tongue. My darling, streak. My darling, the only way that you can get a reading with me is you see the scrolling caption there. I do not take personal readings. They've got to go through trueoracle.com. So thank you so much for asking that. I appreciate it. Edna, E-D-N-A. Joanne, oh my. Now that's a thought. Streak. Ken says DNA is in the house. Oh, listen. I fully believe that. I'll tell you why. DNA is still close. Is that close or close? We've got another word coming up here in a minute. Sea. By the sea, by the sea, by the beautiful sea. You and me, oh, how happy I'll be. The sea. All right, I'll get over myself. Two doors down, yes. This is the second time that Edna has come up. And you know what I'm going to do before we go the next time? I'm going to make sure finished. Are you finished now, John? If you are, if you're tired, that's okay. Are you finished or are they finished? Exactly. If you are tired, we'll stop. It's okay. If you have to go, it's okay. What I'll do, what I was going to say is I will make sure that I add DNA to the list. I'm not going to read this out loud, Laura B., but Karen said no, but he had friends in low places, for sure. Yes, it did, my darling Shonali, it did. Yes, it did. Oh my gosh, what the duck? That is so hilarious. Thank you, my darling. 10 gifted membership. I love it. I love it. Wait. Bev's Beach House. Is that by the sea? You love when I sing. Junior. Is that Colin? In our opinion? Okay, let me get back to a little housekeeping. I want to welcome to all of our new members. Free Karen Reed hashtag. Hashtag Hank. I agree. Free her. Free her. Don't you have better things to spend the taxpayers' money on? hoping for answers. Welcome, my darling. Thank you so much. Karen, thank you. Welcome to the fold. Welcome to the Tarot Crime Lab. Write this down. I'd better write this down so I don't forget, right? Catherine Hepburn, welcome. Speechless and shocked. Thank you, my darlings. Sleepless Sleuth. Oh, I love that. I love that name. Thank you so much for being here. Jessica, thank you, my darling. Lisa, bueno. I love it. Thank you. Life with Bear, rest in peace. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Kathy Daly, you are the one. Thank you so much. I'm just so blessed to have you all here. Seaport, Cape Cod, boat on the sea. Before time. As in the land before time? As in creation, or before this time? Laura B, you're absolutely correct. YouTube, we don't have control over it. YouTube randomly selects people. I wish we could do that. I wish we could select. I wish I could give out memberships. I really do. Brian Albert is a junior. Okay. You guys know so much more about this case than I do. Holder. Why do I get that he's trying to describe someone to us? And my cat as raw. Riley, I have a cat. Just jump up here. Come on, brother. Come on, buddy. I'm not sure how you do that. I think there's a, I don't know. I don't know, my darling. I don't know. If anybody has that, this is Riley, everyone. If anybody has an idea of how to opt in, I think that's what it is, Laura B. You have to go into, I'm not sure how you do it though. And I'm afraid to leave this and look because I don't want my camera turning off again because that, oh God, that would be horrible. Thank you very much, everyone, for helping. Flat. What was flat? Nancy, he kind of confirmed that with me. Oh, Kim's coming in with some knowledge that we definitely need. Environmental DNA is eDNA, is generic material that comes from organisms and their environment. It can be found in water, soil, air, and snow. Maybe it could be found in a red Solo cup as well. Should we think that? What do you think, Riley? Okay, son. High. High. No, not that kind of high. High as in height. High. Come on, buddy. Come on. That's very helpful, Kim. Thank you so much. That's so interesting. Thank you. Why would that do that? It said I before. I have no idea why that notification came on. It happened that way once before. Kim, I think you have something there. This man is stepping on something here. Oh my. Go. Stay or go, but do something, son. Thank you. Sanction. Announcement. So is someone going to get sanctioned? There's going to be an announcement. Here, buddy. He is laying on my mouse. And stuff is going haywire over here. Oh my gosh. He is so big, everybody. I call him my Lion Burger King because look how big he is. And he is not a Maine Coon. He's like 22 pounds. He's my big Riley, and his name is Riley because he lives the life of Riley. No, you're getting down, buddy. Thank you for your visit. All right, let me catch up here. I'm sorry I had cat duty there for a moment. Close out some things. Thank you, Ken. He's my man. I don't know how he's the only one out of the whole litter that just went poof. Everybody else is just this wee little bony little people, and then there's Riley, who's huge. Susie, that's a good thing because you know the dismissal was supposed to be filed. Okay, so What the Duck has some directions here for everyone if you would like to opt in for memberships, because you know what, my whole chat is almost green, and bless every one of you. Okay, click the green bubble where I gifted the membership. If you have not opted in, there will be an option that says something along the lines of allow gifts. Thank you so much for that. Now, if you're working from an iPhone, you may have to go into your Safari browser and do it on your desktop for YouTube and not through the app, because the app in iPhone will not allow you to even join or, sign up for memberships or any of those things. So there we go, my darling. Thank you so much for that. Author. So it's going to be, oh my gosh, What the Duck is coming in. Spin. So the author is going to spin another jack. I'm taking a screenshot of that. I have chills. Summer. I cannot believe what we just For the first time in a long time, I am rendered speechless. But before we, what the duck, you darling, 5 more memberships. And Maggie H., you have a membership gifted by What the Duck. Thank you so much. Amy, 2 will do. That's so cute. Thank you. Awful. Welcome, welcome. I want my vintage. Cute. Brutally honest. Love it. Welcome to each and every one of you. And What the Duck, you, my darling, are the one for me. Thank you so much. The author of the dismissal is Jackson. Thank you, Kim Robinson. Committee. A judicial committee, everyone. And please meet Sam. This means John's energy is here. This is a judicial committee. I believe the author of the it's Jackson. He's already spinning it to make AJ look bad. I just saw someone come in and hello, my darling. I don't think Jackson is going to be sanctioned. Now, I mean, that's tonight, but I don't think so. Because there's other things that, I mean, she knows. He's authored a lot of these things. I think that would be very much frowned upon, especially that they can prove, and especially since Hank came back and said he was wrong. Now, tonight, my darlings, we have a David and we have an Al, we have Jackson. If he says Eliza, or if he says Mark or Robert, I'll eat my hat. Right, Sam? Yes, the dismissal was filed this week. I think the dismissal has been filed and it's just not been recorded. Let's see. Oh, let me see. I'm going to try to catch up with you, my darlings. Skyview, my darling, I started this evening with over 200 members. And I think so far, I think that might be 40, 45 members tonight. Thank you. Loud. Okay, so what does loud? Am I too loud for you, John? Probably. I get going. Sissy. Aunt Bev was on the new Rule 14 motion. Yes, Amy, yes. Laura B., I couldn't agree with you more, in my opinion. Listen, in all the years that I've been reading and dealing with this kind of thing, I've seen a crooked person every now and then, but it's usually a bad guy. And I've never seen to this degree, to this level. Never, ever. Barbara, thank you very much for that question. I'm not going to read it, but what I am going to tell you is that There was a plan. There was an agenda, in my opinion. In my opinion. I think what he's getting sight. Now that is spelled as in like a website. Oh, can somebody check the website and see if that is on it? I don't know how to do that. I saw that, Super Pat. Laser. So does this mean we need to be laser focused on what's going on? Melanie read the CW motion for sanctions today. They accused the defense of leaking personal info they shouldn't have. Asked the CW and Bev review everything from the defense and illegal items before posting. You know, when are they just going to stop and let this continue? Hank does everything. He made a mistake in this last motion. He accused a lawyer of doing something, and that is a big no-no. So you know what? Now he's going to file some more distractions. On Phoebe, perhaps Jackson is the author of the motion that goes to the Judicial Committee next week. I don't know. I think that's going to be Martin Weinberg because he's the appeals guy, but I'm not positive. So don't take that as fact. I'm not positive. What the Duck says, it was filed on Friday but has not hit the docket yet. I am guessing maybe Monday it will post. Question will be whether she approves Brennan's motion to impound all motions. I thought that motion to impound, I thought that motion to impound all motions do run. That kind of gives me the creeps. I thought it was Marie, my mod, you do hear growling when this comes in because this app growls. Just like right now, it says plate. So Lynn, Zelda's so true about waiting in another realm, trying to still look out for justice for his niece and nephew in Karen. I think so. I believe that. I believe this. Amy says, this case is off the bloody charts. It certainly is. Certainly is. That's right, Kim. Microdots, our dear friend. Clip the latest video shows the powerful people in politics. Senator Judicial Committee can impeach a judge. Absolutely yes. Will they? That's the question. It's not can they, but will they? Here's the thing. Whatever scared her, I don't think she's going to play that much. Okay? I don't think she's going to play. I don't think she's going to play that much. Ken Hathaway, well, my lovely friends from across the pond. Aw, Scotland and Bristol. Sadly, our eyes are closing. It's late here. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry to duck out. Get the flock out of here. Boy, that was bad, wasn't it? You're going to make like a duck and get the flock out. Okay. I will catch up tomorrow. Love to you all. Love to you. And Mrs. H, thank you so much for being here. We all love you. And thank you, thank you. Just remember where you left off, okay? Here we go with the Tarot Lab. Here we are at the lab. Look at Sam. She's raising her hand too. The Tarot Lab text. Now, what is it that you mean about the lab, darling? They're trying to keep the public out. Maybe I misunderstood this. I was thinking that they were only trying to keep a couple of things out, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Hank is just going off the complete deep end. He really is. Night, night, love to you. Thank you for all you do. My pleasure always. It's an honor to have you here. Have your tea in the morning, and maybe you and the missus can catch up. So good night to you, and sleep with the angels. Everybody, Ken is acting like a duck and getting the flock out. So let's say good night. Good night, my darlings. Good night. Good night, Hathaways. Good night. Oh, the crystal. I met him on a Monday and my heart stood still. Do run, 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 do run, run. Somebody told me that his name was Bill. Do run, 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 do run, run. Yeah, my heart stood still. Yeah, his name was Bill. And when he walked me home, do run, 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 do run, run. There we go. Let's hope I don't get snapped for that one. I know. Doesn't that just make you want to throw up? Pardon me for being so bombastic, but that's true. Sneaky little snake. Madeline, I don't think we're too far from that, because if you can see, you all see what's going on with Matthew Farwell. That man is not going to see the light of day. Don't, sissy. He's not. And sadly, that could have been avoided if he would have just been a real man. Jeannie, I know. I mean, I know. Hello. I know. When is enough going to be enough? Let's ask the cards if she's going to kick the case. I've got a person here who's trying to bat around my ghost earring. Ow! Don't you bite my face. That's not nice, girl. All right, here we are. She's a puppy, I'm telling you. Here we go. And I'm going to do this reading for you tomorrow and all this. We'll really see. All right, spirits, guides, angels, we're asking, will this... Oh! Stop. That hurt. I'm sorry, everyone. My B-movie yell in the microphone. Sorry. Spirits, guides, angels, we're asking about Judge Beverly Cannoni. Will you be... Stop. Down, down, down. Thank you very much. I love being beat up with by a cat. Let me try this again. Spirits, guides, angels. is there going to be night? Ken, when you, I don't know if you're still watching, but when you watch this, are you trying to say goodbye to us? He's already said and you know, night. I think he may be trying to say good wife. Ken, he's saying good night to your wife. Mrs. H. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello. All right. Skyview, thank you for your kindness. Look at that. Tell me this isn't real without telling me this isn't real. Here we are. Here we are. Is Judge Beverly Cannoni going to mess with this case in a negative way? You'll see it before I do, my darlings. Did he not say fire? This card is the Knight of Wands. It is a fire element. This card, the knights do all the action. I think she has tried. I think she has tried. But I'm here to assure each and every one of you that, in my opinion now, not fact, I believe she is being, I'm going to say it that way. I'm going to say it that way. Thank you, my darlings. Have any of you seen the movie with Angelina Jolie on Netflix? That she is the opera singer. Maria Callas, the Greek opera singer. Let me see. What the Duck, coming in with some good info. And Hank's motion to sanction his suggestion was to have a defense motion impounded until the CW anti-Bev agreed they were okay to be seen. So that means all of the motions. Well, you know what that means. That means all of them are watching all the channels and they don't like it that everybody has an opinion. Amy, you're so funny. I can see it. I can see Eddie Haskell. I can see it. Brenda, right? Right? I can see it. I know. I know. When she said that, it just triggered my mind. Sugar, sugar, da 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 da. All right, all right. Now we're not going to have a karaoke night. All right. So let me see. Sugar. Does this mean she's going to put a little sugar on it, baby? No pun intended. But does it mean she's going to calm down and settle down a little bit? I'm thinking that she might once she sees all this, because listen, Jackson and Unetti and Alessi, because remember, Robert Alessi didn't even get to argue his motions. He was at it on that little iPad. I'm telling you, he was going to town, wasn't he? I watched him. He was going to town. Witty John, absolutely. My ginger Tom gives face rubs and purrs away at my Bostons, cuddling into them till they let their guard down. Then he gives a little love bites. He's such a little. I love it. Oh, she can listen. She's the mama. She's the mama of the big boy Riley. She's Shaggy's mama. All of them. She's small, and I'm going to tell you, she rules this roost. I ain't kidding. She rules the roost. Big time. All she has to do is give somebody the look. She's got me running in shape. I pay her rent. All right, so let me see. Robin, you are so darling. Thank you. Willow, good night. I'll finish watching in the morning. Thank you, Zelda, John, and Chat. Willow, thank you again for your generosity. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Scarlet. Now, are we talking about a scarlet letter? Are we talking about scarlet as in Gone with the Wind? Are we talking about the Scarlet Pimpernel? Are we talking about scarlet the color? What scarlet are we talking about? Parachutes and pirouettes. Bev was appointed, not elected, and can be fired. Yes. Will she? Yes. Will she? Should she be? Yes. Will she be? We don't know. We're praying so. We're praying so. Stop it, Sam. Sammy. Stop that. Digging at things. Oh, my heck. Oh, Ken. Oh, I left the TV on. I let the dog out. Whoa, whoa. Please say goodnight, dear John. We are here for you, and Karen Justice will come. Loved you, Boo. She's her love. I'll tell you what. That just cracked me up, Ken. So if you see that, thank you so much. Night, night. Love you all. Well, thank you. The feeling is more than mutual. Thank you. Thank you. Scarlet. Maybe this is Paul. I mean, this is a reach, but maybe Paul is wearing the scarlet letter. Maybe, sort of, kind of. Oh, here we go. Guess who's back? Was this a big hug? Did you have a drink? Do you have Paranormal? Yes. Paul's wife. They will end their marriage because Paul is drinking and messaging her. This isn't the only time, honey. Depression. I think Paul is suffering from depression. I really believe that. I believe that. Right, Samily? Oh, Amy, you know it. And after that interview, they're going to want to shut them. Why? Because Ted Daniel is about the only one that's going to be she's about the only one that, or he is about the only one that tells the truth in some of these matters. I feel for the kids of Paul. Aaron, he's done this before. I feel sorry that she has to field this. Save. Madeline, that's a good, I'm not going to say that out loud, but that's a thought. Thank you for that. Christy, you're right, my darling. I'm behind in the chat because I keep. Skyview, I did see Aussies. She's very good on the research. Coastal. Now we've got coastal and we've got sea. Are we talking about Bev's cottage? I think, let me put that back up there again, Skyview. Aussie has a great video. Not sure if you've seen it. I did. It was excellent. But she describes what the laws are in mass and states that Bev may be in trouble for handling of quite a few things. I happen to agree with that. Lynn, look at you, my darling. Love Melanie Little. She is true, real true heart, like you, Zelda. Well, thank you, my darling. Love and respect you both. Well, I'll tell you what, the fact that you put me in the same company as Melanie Little, that is very humbling. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Yes, Mary, Aussie did do an excellent job at that. Little B, are you saying good night to us, my darling? If you are, good night, and thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Haha, jinx, Zelda. Haha. Okay, let me catch up. I love reading all of your chats. Jewel, really? Auntie Bev flew out for the weekend as in airport? That is interesting. Yes, Rosebud, yes, that's for sure. Yes, Bev's coastal vacation problem. Yes. Property. Robin, I love this chat. Everyone is so great. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. I didn't know. Oh, let me see. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Okay, so I was asking you, have you seen the Netflix movie with Angelina Jolie? She actually sings in portions of it where she is portraying the opera singer Maria Callas. Let me know by putting a 1 in the chat. If you haven't, put a 2. Let me see. Provoke. Oh, yeah. The CW is definitely provoking with all this. Thank you very much, John. Absolutely. Catherine W. has come in to say hello from Arizona. Welcome, Catherine. Hello, welcome. Amy, Bev literally ran out of town to the airport. Yes. Okay, we have a lot of 2s here because, well, nobody is interested in opera except for Zelda, because I was a trained opera singer when I was very young, amount. And so I was going to sing you one of the operas that I learned that she sang, probably same pitch, just a little bit, but I'm not going to do it since you didn't see the video. It won't mean anything. Christy Higgins provoked John. He sure did. But he also provoked Karen. And the band member who was right there when Chris was holding Higgins back would have heard what was that? I keep saying that Empress, I'm just going to say Empress, my darling. You know what I mean. Sean. I know a Sean, but it's not the same Sean. It's funny, I thought about that tonight. I thought about him. I was trained by an opera teacher. I wanted to sing at the Metropolitan Opera so bad, and I went through all this training and everything and got down to it. My dad wouldn't let me. So there we go. But that's Neither here nor there. It worked out the way that it's supposed to. I'm very thankful for the way that it did. Amount could be the argument about Arca. Boo boo. Oh, the score. Keeping score. Oh, now that was a voice. Did anybody hear that? Copy. Wow. Convex brother was a judge over a Christmas case where he had someone. Yeah. There's Sean McCabe, and then this other fellow I'm not going to mention. Higgins was has a place on the Cape and is seen there all the time lately. Well, yeah, because he's a throwaway. People have thrown him away. Okay. Copy of video clips. Copy of the Sally Port video. We keep coming to that. I heard a voice come out of this app when it said copy. I will go back and look at it. Where are we in this? I'm at 9:46. I'll tell you what, my darlings, I'm going to go for about another 15 minutes waste, as in not waste of time, but a waist around the waist. Maybe there's an original copy. There has to be an original copy of the Sally Port video. England and oh yes, Kim. Hello. That's right. The Hathaways. Well, listen, that we're just glad. Yes, Christy, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, but that's very true. Mary, you're absolutely right. Someone has it. They had to invert it. Someone, genius. That is a genius thing. That's right. Someone has that. Someone gave that to Lolly. And I'm sorry, but Lolly is opened wide up to be a witness. However, will Auntie Bev allow him to be a witness? Probably not. But he could be a witness. Okay, my dear Rosemont, you don't have to put your all caps in the chat. I see you, my darling. Yeah, I remember that in the court to Bev from Sean about the cottage. Absolutely. And that's where Auntie Bev came from. Did the defense get the copy? No. It's my understanding that they haven't gotten anything. Hank said at the last hearing that they're welcome to go down to the police department, but what are they supposed to be finding? Oh, really, Jewel? I did not know that. Where is his belt? 2 minutes ago, and he talked about the waist. John, I'll tell you what. I'd like to know where your keys and wallet are. Where's your wallet and your keys? We talked about that. I think someone else has them. Don't think that it is Karen. I think that's a pretty good idea. No, you're fine, honey. It's the I'm seeing them. You're fine. No worries. It's just I'm trying to keep up with everybody, and I feel I have so much to say. That's right, Jeannie. Here's what I think we need to ask, because in this level, in the spirit world, it cannot be a complicated question. It has to be specific, yet not have many, many parts. So this is what I'm thinking we need to collectively concentrate on, a question that means, and I think we should say, ask, will Alan Jackson be able to continue with this case for the defense? Everybody okay with that? Will Alan Jackson be able to continue with this case? How's everybody think about that? Because I'm going to tell you, it's almost going to be an act of Congress to get Bev off of the bench. They're not just going to come in and go tickety boom. It would have to be something very nefarious and very egregious other than an opinion. And even though she's had some opinions, she still does have judicial immunity. It would have to be something extremely era. It'd have to be extremely bad for her to be taken off the bench. You know, because bottom line is a lot of us have a certain feeling for her. But has she done anything illegal on the bench? I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. She may have approached that, but it would have to be something very, very bad. So, okay, my darlings, it looks like we are going to be asking, John, can you tell us, will AJ, customer, okay. Now we're going to ask you this question, John's energy, and we would like to know, will AJ continue to be on the defense for Karen? Will he be on the defense for Karen, AJ? Or AJ, yeah. John, hello. Door. Will this open a door to something new? Is he going out of the door, or is he going in the door? Can you give us an indication of, will Alan Jackson remain on the defense team? Will Alan Jackson remain on the defense team? Can you tell us? How? Or will Bev say, there's the door, don't let it hit you in the butt dial? So will he remain, John? Behalf. Okay. I think that that means he's going to stay on behalf of Karen, on behalf of the defense team. So I believe that's our answer. Jewel, I think that is a good idea. However, the force, you have to think of the physics. The force that it took, he bit his tongue, and it literally, you've heard of that shaking brain syndrome. Literally, it shook his brain. He was that type of force would not come from just falling onto or hitting his head on something. Bottom line is, I think. But I feel that that is what our answer is, that he will remain on behalf of Karen. That's what I believe. So let's all believe that. Let's have some faith. Let's all believe that. Now we have another question. Now, my darling mystery singer, he did tell me this, and I'm kind of afraid to really put him on the spot because I don't want to be talking about names, because I don't want to be accusing. There were several people involved. He may not be able to say, oh, so-and-so did it this way, because it doesn't work that way in the spirit world. So he does know, and I do believe that. Okay, here we are. I can't read the bottom, and somebody in the chat could send it to me. Oh, my darling, let me do this. Oh, I don't have my keyboard up here. Would somebody please type the True Oracle into the chat, please, for Barbara? Thank you again, darling, for your generous donation. If you could just put it in there for us, please, for Barbara. www.trueoracle.com. Trueoracle.com. Now, Amy, you have a very good point, because in my community tab, coverage, yes, in my community tab, you will see a message from Mark Betterow, basically telling us to remain calm. Everything is going to work out. Sometimes it's different than what it seems. And I'm going to tell you, when after this was over, Hank went running over to Robert Alessi, and believe me, I think Hank is, he knows how far he can push it. So I do believe that we will be okay. Look at Kim Robinson. The one who Kim is educating all of us. I love this. Let me put it in there. I'm so sorry. That's right. All of you can't do that, and I can. So I'm going, oh, look at what I did. Tender. Did you just see what I did? Like a dork. All right. Let me get my keyboard. That's what I'm looking for. Look at Kim. The word behalf comes from Middle English. Behalf means speaking or acting for someone. I do believe that he will remain. Okay, here you go, my darling. Maybe I can type. There you go. TrueOracle.com. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pin this into the chat so you can see it, and maybe that will be helpful. There we go. So I have just pinned it in there. Thank you so much. Legal tender is how I take that. Either that or his head was tender, but I think it's legal tender. Betterow also read everything, not just partial. Give me a second. Sure. Oh, the Arcabil. Sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, my darlings, let me do this. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. I'm going to put Mark Bettero's quote from X in the chat so you can all read it. And I'm just going to copy this. Oops, hello. Zelda, what the heck? There we are. I'm having a time tonight, aren't I? All right, here we are, my darlings. I'm going to put this in the chat for each and every one of you. Oh, it's over and above what I can do. Geez, it gives me a hard time. That's right, there's a word count. No, sissy. There we go, my darlings. Yeah, I believe they washed them. Watch the entire... Oh, this cut it off. Let me put the rest of it in there. Maybe. Oh my goodness. All right. I think John is getting tired. Anyway, for some reason it won't let me post the remainder of that message, but it says watch the remainder of the movie. Okay. 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 Watch the remainder of the movie. Watch the entire movie is what it says. So there we go. Morby, it sure is. It sure is. Whoops. Look who's back. And his socks were on wrong. Yes, that was another thing that he did share with me, that his socks were on wrong. I'm telling you, Karma is going to be a real mommy. So, my darlings, it is now 10 o'clock. And I believe I can tell the energy is tired. And so this is what we're going to do. We are going to say goodnight to John. We are going to say goodnight to everyone. I will post the word list, okay? And John, do you have a last word that you want to share with us? Do you have a last word? Is there something that you want to tell us? Do you have a last word? Oh, that is something. Cesium. Let me get my... Oh my gosh, Susie Q, 305 in Scotland. You're going to be sleeping in tomorrow, my darling. For sure. Well, I'm going to look to see what cesium is. Give me a second here. Because I messed up my chat. All right, let's check out cesium. We're going to do that right now. It is a soft, silvery white alkali metal with a chemical symbol CS and the atomic number 55. Whoa, that was a big breath. That was a huge breath. GPS on your cell phone. Oh, Chris, oh my goodness. Look at this portfolio. Cesium is the open platform for software applications designed to unleash the power of 3D, trusted by thousands. Christy says, thank you very much. Most common use for cesium is the GPS on your cell phone. Didn't they have the GPS? Oh my gosh. The geodata, the geo, what was that? The geofence, oh my gosh. That just blows me away. Look, the portfolio, hello. Well, we're going to say goodnight because bottom line is we could probably, look at this. I've got a little sleepy girl in my arms. Required. It is, that metal is required to be used in those devices or they won't work. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to put these words in the chat tomorrow. You said goodnight. He said, I have more. Right? Right, Elizabeth? Right? I have somebody that I may share that with. Okay? Right? Oh my gosh. This is just amazing. And listen, you guys are amazing. It looks like he's going to say one word, and we're going to say good night, John. So what's the word, my darling? What's the word? Look at this. Look at this little girl. Assume. Well, we know what happens when we assume. Session. I think there might be one more word coming. Here we go. One more word. Next thing you know, it's 5 a.m. Time for biscuits and gravy. And I have stroganoff in the crock pot. It's probably mush by now. I forgot all about it. I should get a bowl and just sit here and eat with you guys. Mary, oh my, I thought you were going to. I'm still up drinking coffee. Bless your heart. I've had so much coffee in the last couple of days. Port session, Lisa. Very good. That's a thought. Cesium treats depression. It came up tonight. Oh, I didn't know that. Is this the end of the session? I think it is. I think it is. So with that, my darlings, no, Riley, we are going to say, because the kitties are restless, they know it's bedtime. It's stroganoff time. It's bedtime. And I got to cook some noodles. But I'm just going to kind of calm down. Look for the video to come out tomorrow. You guys are awesome. Just awesome. And I wish you were here with me because I want to build one of those great big barn dominiums that, you have weddings in or whatever. And you know what? I wish all of you could come and just sit with me. Wouldn't that be fun? I love it. I love it. Christy says non-radioactive cesium treats depression. That is so amazing. I wonder if Paul is on any medication. Amazing. Aunt BB2, thank you, my darling. This, you see this little scroll right here on the side? All I have to do is press that when we're done, and it will give me the words. I'll email the words over to myself, and I will post those tomorrow. So you'll see all of the words. Some of them went by quickly. We may not have them all. So anyway, you guys are awesome. I could not do this without you. I am just thrilled. We're going to say goodnight to John. John, good night, my darling. Good night. Rest well. We'll be back at you this week. There we go. And good night. And thank you, everyone, for being here. You guys are just so fantastic. I just cannot. You guys are, there's so many things that I want to do. I want to have, those murder mystery games that you play. I'm trying to figure out how we could do that. There's so many things. And, while this is so serious and this can be very heartbreaking, at the same time, we have to smile. We have to laugh. We have to sing. We have to love. We have to continue on our lives because we have to take care of ourselves first before we can take care of anyone else. So from the House of Zelda, to all of you, my darling, thank you so much to each and every one of you. Thank you to the new members. Thank you so much for your generosity. You guys are so awesome. I have the best chat in the whole entire world. Thank you, my darlings. And we'll see you again. Look for the video tomorrow. We'll see you again very soon. And y'all be well and take care. I love you. You guys, I love you. Good night. Look at this little puppy. She's baked. She is just baked. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, did you get the tarot guide or did you get the Kipper deck? Did you get the tarot guide or the Kipper deck, my darlings? So, and good night. Good night. I'm going to wait to see if you answer. But much love. We'll next Saturday, I'll be here with bells on. Definitely. Thank you so much for each and every one of you. This is fun. This is fun. I'm going to tell you, now I have to laugh because the Kipper deck, oh, you're going to love it. You are just going to love it. We'll try to get that out to you immediately. I'm going to tell you this, my darling. This is one of the reasons my lawyer was kind of teasing me the other day and said, oh, well, Zelda, you need a gentleman friend. And I said, no, because my motto song is love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like me. Most men couldn't stand it. And you know what? I can't stand most men. All right, my darlings, you have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. And I will see you. I'll be right here. I'll see you very soon. We're going to get ready for Monday and Tuesday. You know what? I still can't believe that Jackson came out. That was just something else. That was just something else. We had a good night. Thanks again, my darlings. All is well. Get some rest. Sleep with the angels. And we will see you again